Hello, YouTube. I am Pinstar, and this is Against the Storm Strategy and Tactics, episode 5. So yeah, in our last episode, we had I'd say about as well of a performing settlement as we could get. We got a year 4 solve in Brook, and we accomplished our goal. So not only did we get 5 extra backup supplies, but we also got 25 mushrooms in our starting caravans for every settlement for the rest of this cycle. Now, after the very first settlement, I put out a poll of where we wanted to go, and I maybe didn't exactly go with the number one choice of everybody because, well, the poll was flawed, but also I disagreed. That being said, we are going to circle back and do that number one choice right now. That was these barren lands. This, unlike the exclamation point ones, stuck around, and we are within range of it. So, and we can get a proper settlement without any kind of overlaps or whatnot. So yeah, let's go into the ashen thicket. That's the other thing I like to do is I try to vary my biomes, and it's not just for variety's sake, but for also trading sake, because the trade goods that your other older settlements want when you're on the trade screen are dependent on what their biomes lack. And so if you're always mixing up your biomes, that way you increase the chance that whatever biome you're in now can produce things in excess that the other biomes will demand, and that makes trade easier. But it's also more entertaining when you mix it up a little bit, because the biomes are so diverse. I like them, and I do like me an ashen thicket. We can potentially, if we get some mining materials here, get ourselves some interesting custom-made cornerstones. But we also have to contend with the barren lands. So once again, no fertile soil. But unlike with Brook, we don't have a fluff beak to make fertile soil if we wanted. There is just literally no fertile soil. But I think we can handle that. Looking at our packs here, I mean, you know, harpies are my favorite, and there's lots of harpies here, and there's lots of goods here, and there's lots of extra people here. So yeah, and also humans are useless well, not completely useless, but mostly useless on a map with this modifier. For our, let's go with Shona Glen. Also, we are up to Prestige 14. Impatience falls less upon gaining reputation. So previously, every time we got a point of reputation, the Queen's impatience would fall by a full point. Now it only falls by half a point. So yeah, if we rack up a lot of impatience early on, it's going to be harder to shed that. So we just got to keep that in mind. But I don't think that'll be a problem with this. We've got 10 embarkation points. So let's go for some people. Go for some wood. Stone. Stone is not native to these lands. So let's pick up some 2-point stone. Man, those are some cheap parts. Well, it's 2-point planks. Always a pick for me. Do we go for a 3-point parts build? That's tempting. That is very tempting. I mean, I don't think we need it necessarily because we're already starting with extra parts, just part of our bonus roll here. So I think what might be more prudent is if we go vegetables, meat, and then say, I don't know, eggs. Just get lots of extra food here. Yeah, we could take the fabric, but I think we'll be okay. We have some extra fabric, both from our bonus, but also this algae, which can also become fabric. All right, let's dive in. Also, we didn't have enough resources for any upgrades at the smoldering city, so we didn't take any. All right, golden dust. We've seen this one before. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Gives us a little extra stuff here. Fog, not bad. Ooh. All right, no contact can be a little obnoxious. We do need to be careful about that, especially in terms of turning in orders during the storm. Bitter rain, also fine, and then eclipse. Ooh, all right. Well, this one doesn't start killing people until hostility 6, and we can usually solve our settlements before we get that high of a hostility. But it can be prevented with clothing and services. Oh wait, this one doesn't kill people. It just makes them less efficient. Still, about the same as death anyway. And we got humans anyway, and lizards. Ugh. This, I want to make this a pure harpy settlement, if possible, but obviously we can't make it literally purely that. We do have a thunderfish pond, probably the weakest of the ponds, but I'm not going to turn my nose up to it. We do have some flax fields, so early cloth coming in. Nothing else. I'm glad we started with a lot of extra food here. All right, let's see. Yeah, actually, the human's special ability doesn't do anything because there's no farm fields on here, so we obviously have no farmlands for them to point out. And then the harpies and the lizards just give us extra starting materials, so we have no bonus intel on our glades. Let's take a look at our things. Oh, early lumber mill. I don't care what else is out there. Early lumber mill fits so many niches here. It's a instant pick here. All right, rain mill. So it makes paste, which makes the harpies happy. They're the only ones here that like that. However, we are probably going to have a need for flour because we got pies, biscuits, and also the advanced rain collectors, not that great. Part of me, I'm going to hold off on going more because I want to crack open a glade to see what we have available to us in terms of just raw resources. But yeah, obviously the lumber mill going down is paramount so that we can just start churning out planks quickly and easily. The other thing is packs of trade goods. We can do flour into packs of trade goods, and the rain mill is the most efficient producer of flour out there. So if we can get a legitimately reliable source of flour or raw materials for flour, then that would be good. Now, obviously that would do well with farms. We don't have that, but that's okay. Right, let's see. Let's get our rain collector so that we can get going on this one. It does not need to be near the warehouse, but it should be next to the hearth. Right, we also want... I don't want to tap the fish pond just yet. I am okay... Well, we don't have to tap the flax field right away. I do want to get down a makeshift post so that we can start making bait for the thunderfish pond. We might not be going after it right away, but it's still useful to get. Also, yeah, let's not forget our woodcutter's camp. I am going to crack into this one just because it's nice and close by. It's an easy burrow. This one is an easy second burrow. We are within reasonable shot of a forbidden glade. Excuse me. A forbidden glade, just in case. We get a quest that wants us to crack open a forbidden glade. Yeah, that should be good. So let's get this going. For a 4-tree burrow is not too bad. Also, let's not forget our trading post. We can put that way out in the boonies over here. I am not going to. I'm undecided if we're going to do Forsaken Altar this time around. Not that I have any reservations about it, but I don't know if we are going to need it or not. It depends on how tight my population is compared to the buildings that need it. All right, we're going to get one person in here. Don't need scrolls. Do want planks. We will put a plank limit here. Harpy's fine. Not going to pipe it up just yet. Oh, speaking of, do we want to get into a field kitchen? Let's crack open the glade and also see our orders before we decide on a field kitchen or not. All right, here, yeah, I'm okay going straight for the packs of crops. So these two together make skewers, which will make the lizards happy, but nobody else really terribly cares for skewers. I want to crack open the glade before I pick my second blueprint, and then we'll take a look at the third. Maybe it'll be a food building that will preclude us needing that. But yeah, let's get the pack of crops. I'm going to set the limit to 6. And then we can get pack of provisions in here. Oh, I don't know. We can have it do meat because the mushrooms can be the meat half for that. And we'll have you do like 9 to start with, and we'll get one person cracking away at that. Yeah, no, it doesn't really matter who we're putting into our things here, because we got no triple from the foxes, no wood specialization from beavers, so it's really whoever I can spare will be. In here, more harpies. I want to just so that I can keep the humans on board. Also, who do we have in our Hearthkeeper? Good, a harpy. Of the 3, the harpy is the best one here. Yeah, you're instantly blocked here. I mean, I guess we could start slapping down a few big shelters since we have such easy access to planks. I mean, we could do like 3 of them so that if we get somebody, like if we take a group of people in the middle of the storm, yeah, we'll do 3 of those, and then a park. Actually, we can go up to level 2, like right off the rip. So that means 2 parks and 1 garden. And now we can put our all those planks to productive use and make more of them quite easily. And then have a level 2 hearth well before the very first storm, which will help shore up our things. Okay, cornerstones, grain delivery line. If we're going to be going flour maxing, grain delivery line is excellent. Yeah, we're doing grain delivery line. That's a point in favor of our rain mill being our second blueprint. But again, I do want to crack this open. See what we got. Hidden trader caravan. Well, we're not going to report that thing. That's awful. 60 hostility every few seconds. Yeah, don't really want to spend our early coal on this nonsense. But what do we have here? A beanery. Ooh, okay. So normally a beanery can only be gotten if you have foxes. However, buildings that you find as ruins ignore that rule, meaning that we can start using a beanery despite our lack of foxes. That being said, only one person really wants porridge of our three races. That's the humans. That being said, it's a really cheap staple food to make. And then it can also make pickles, which is fine for later on. Pickles will interest the lizards. But it gives me a reason to not slap down an early... also, we have 11 billion things of clay once again. Now, to activate this biome special ability... Okay, we got coal veins. So I am not too worried about fuel long term. Short term, we might need to shore us up with a trader. But yeah, we want this. And I mean, the perk for 20 pottery every time we get a new glade is early enough. Plus 5 ancient tablets. That's good trade fodder. So the only other thing I can think of that might move the needle towards the advanced rain collector here is... Well, first off, I don't think we can actually make any paste because we'd need salt, which I don't think occurs naturally on this bio. Oh, it does actually. Okay, we didn't have any salt here specifically. Jeez, more tablets. Man, if I can get a quest or a cornerstone that involves tablets, we'll be in good shape. And yeah, we're set for life on clay. All right, yeah, and because we have the trade goods, we can flour max here, so let's get that. Ah, the cookhouse. Skewers, biscuits, porridge. Obviously the porridge does not need to happen. But then again, there's the ranch. It's really hard to turn down the ranch, because this gives us so many other raw materials, and when watered, the ranch is freaking phenomenal at expanding our access to stuff. Not to mention, we've got early income for flax fields. We've got insects from here. No, not insects from there. I mean, cookhouse is really good too. It really caters to the humans more so than anyone else, but it does make skewers, which could allow us to get this down ASAP, and then I mean, we've got 2 meat eaters here. So if we get something that can make jerky, we make harpies and lizards happy, and we'd want a steady supply of meat to feed that jerky. Is meat... Yeah, meat's not a naturally occurring substance here. And again, we have access to better food via porridge and pickled goods. So it's not quite as versatile, but this also gives us some metal, although we're not... I mean, yeah. So yeah, I think the correct answer here is we go ranch. You know, I'm going to hold off on the selection of it just in case, but yeah, that is the direction I'm inclined to go. Now, let's get down a small warehouse here. No ponds in here, so we can just do something like this. We are going to want to clear out some of these like middling trees because we do need to create space for the mines. There's so few goods needed here to burn it down. I mean, part of me wants to save the fuel and just make more planks to burn it down. We've got time before we have to start working it. And we've got like ultra efficient plank production. Let's just crank that up. And that'll give people a chance to and actually now I'm going to get started with this harvester's camp now that we are pondering the ranch, because that's going to give us some goodies. And also, yeah, let's look at our orders. Joyful oh man, even more. All right. So we can in short order we can get porridge online enough for it to mean something. We've got harpy coats to boost them up, and we can favor them. And they're going to be all housed soon enough. But to get them up to 27, I think we can make that work for us. Yeah, we just need to blitz the beanery. Let's give it a try. Egg collect. Oh, we can turn this one in immediately. +2 to biscuit production and more people. We could turn this one in immediately too. So, but we want the more people. Salt miner is good. Meat lover is good. Neither of which, I mean, I'm going to hold off on taking either one because we don't know what's going to become offered to us. Salt deposits or a meat blueprint. But yeah, let's get... it's going to take some materials to rebuild here. Shoot. Okay. Is there anything in here? No, nothing that tickles our fancy. We could call a trader and buy... who's coming up? No, you're not going to have the food that we would want. I mean, we would need the extra materials to build the cookhouse fresh anyway, so we might as well repair this. We do need to get down a crude workstation. And we do want them to finish that. Just to maximize our gains here, yeah, we want to start chopping wood right next to the warehouse to speed that portion of the program up. All right, we can put a couple of people in here to start gathering. Again, no gather bonuses needed at the moment, or available, I should say. Alright, given all of the other stuff, I still might sacrifice coal for this rather than wait for 24 planks, because we're going to be using planks for this first. And we also need some bricks. Well, we'll see how the production goes here. Yeah, we just need a couple more pieces of wood. course, our lumber mill is using all of that up. All right, so maybe we will be planks maxing here. You know what? We're going to turn you off for just a hot minute. Because we want the wood to become available for the crude workstation. I should actually probably throw down a second woodcutter's camp just for a hot minute. We can build it here and then have them start trimming these trees to make the glade more useful as a whole. But yeah, now they're building this, and that's what we were waiting for them to do. Because we need those bricks so we can get the porridge. Alright, bricks. We can use the stone. We only need like 4 bricks, so we're just going to do... We'll put 2 people here to get it built as quickly as possible. And now we can go back to planks maxing. Harpy's resolve is low. Why is your resolve low, Harpies? It's because of those dang coats. And there's our oil. So there's another form of fuel. It's better than the provisioner, because if we're going to do containers, it's going to be jars, the clay jars. We already have a better flour producer. Granted, we already have a better flour producer here. We already have a 1-star paste. I don't really care about whichever one. I'm here for the oil. I could also wait till we get an ancient tablet and then add a 3rd option with it, because we're getting like tons of those. All right. The burn down option, I am realizing, is going to be a little bit spicier than possibly intended. Reason being, and also I'm not sure how soon we'll be able to max out on humans resolve here, because that's just going to put everybody else in a tails. Oh. That's why everybody is unhappy. Everyone's going hungry because I haven't enabled any food for anybody. No wonder. Y'all can eat some berries. Sorry about that, guys. Let's get some people repairing this place. It's our only hope. We will let you guys tap into some coats, because we need the humans to get the coat buff anyway, and if we don't let the harpies play with the coats, they will get jealous. Now, we prefer them not to get jealous. And I realized I just built this here, and I'm actually not going to be utilizing it. That's fine. We'll get all the parts back. Alright, you guys, yeah, finish. Yeah, please transport the 4 bricks. That will get them going. With the 3 of them working on the event here. Also, again, speaking of the event, we're just going to have to bite the bullet. You know, this might be one that it's actually not that bad if we Yes, I know your goods are worth less to traders. That's not what I'm worried about, because when you solve this, like when you finally solve it, even if you incur the penalty here, it'll go away when you finally do solve it. So we can actually wait through the storm rather than risk all of the extra nastiness of the storm itself. We can hold off on that. Yeah, I don't like this minute 14 to rebuild this thing, because then it's going to take a while for them to actually start. You are done here. What I want to do, I mean, we do want to start maxing this out. Oh, you know what? We just need to hold that for 30 seconds, and then we've got it. I mean, I'm still going to make porridge so that way we have efficient food for everybody, even if only the humans really want the porridge. But I will take the extra warm bodies with the success of this one. Done. And now we've got double grain maxing here. And we can get our rain mill cooking. Let's let you do some fabric. We'll bump you up to 12. Although actually no, I don't want you using more bricks. Because I need to make sure that we can solve for this one. We'll put our humans on this. Wait, did we have the tool? No, we don't have the tools for that. I was about to say. And we do just need one more thing of housing here. Yeah, we can throw down a lizard house. You guys can pop out of there. I might start having you guys work the fishing hut. Since we've got our bait and we've got some excess population, now is the perfect time to do that. Yeah, I might give myself a third option with one of those. Oh yeah, it's probably draw a and then also we'll move this in here to start nibbling away at here. Alright, well, lizards like to be in here. I'm glad to do that. We are going to porridge. We will pipe. And yeah, what we'll do is, since they use drizzle water, but they can consume that, we'll have them drink the clearance water. I want to save this grain for that. But yeah, vegetables and mushrooms is perfect. We'll go for that. We didn't start with any containers. We can go the route of crystallized dew, but not just yet. Let me find my third lizard here. And then let's make sure everybody can eat porridge, even though only the humans want it. Also, let's turn off coats, because we don't need to boost up humans any further. It's 60 hostility every 60 seconds. Yeah, letting this one expire is probably the smart move, because otherwise we're going to be pumping hostility like crazy. Now, granted, when it if it expires, if it doesn't expire and we get our first trader, we can get our first round of trading done without issue. All right, we have those. We just don't have any goods to trade, I guess. Yeah, nothing that anybody wants at the moment. I do want to build our rain mill here. We do need the cloth. All right, you guys are already doing that, so we can turn bricks back on. No metal for extra pipes, but that's fine. And yeah, this is already level 2. I might do the same thing where I put my extra hearth up here and then crack into this glade next, after the storm. Because we can do better. We can certainly do better. Yeah, let's at least place the rain mill. Alright. Only with bait, please, and then we will have somebody parked in here to refill the bait. Alright, we're right there, so I don't think we need to pull anybody off of wood cutting. Seam arrow. I would prefer not to, but that is a really good price. But we did have to spend our coal, so we may need to lean on that for a little bit of extra airtime. So probably not. Also, we can get a few people back into here so we can get some stormwater going. Harpy's resolve is low. Yeah, I guess it is low. We'll give you some freaking coats. If we had one more resolve for the lizards, I could favor the harpies to get them out of this. And I guess one thing we can start doing is start working the event when there is less than 60 seconds left in the storm, because the first spawn of extra 60 seconds of extra hostility won't hit until the storm is done. Oh, and actually we might be able to get that with lots of planks. Let's do 24 up here. And we'll just solve it for planks since we can make those so efficiently. Don't make me... Please. I'll do it. I don't want to lose any of my harpies. Alright, we've got porridge. We can turn off that. So now everyone will be eating porridge, even if they don't necessarily like it. And then here, yeah, those need to be cleared so we can get our 3x3. Got our first cyst here, which is fine. It's not going to take us over the edge. Let's take our press. Ooh. Alright, this is definitely a wait for us to open up the next glade pick. Wow, we vacuumed up all of those already? Okay. All right, we can stop favoring the harpies now that they've had enough chance to re-don their coats. I would like to start making some biscuits because we have bigger pans here. Now, if we welcome the newcomers, they aren't going to have homes, and they're going to push us over the hostility level. Let me just see who we're getting and what they're bringing. This trio is fine, but I'm going to wait until the storm's over. Ah, we got humans. We do not have the makings for paste, but if we can get dye going, then we'll be in good shape. But for now, yeah, let's get some flour cooking. Let's get some like 50 flour cooking. And then let's get some packs of trade goods cooking, specifically the flour. You can get out of there and into there. Oh yeah, what's our... Yeah, we don't want to give away that marrow. I'd love to do these packs of trade goods. You guys are supply blocked on... And, well, you're also got that. I guess we could... Oh yeah, we used up all of our stone. No, we're getting some resin from somewhere. I mean, let's just start this off. Better yet, I'll just have one guy sitting here so we can hop on making more of those when we're ready for it. Did we make enough room here for a mine? Yes, we did, actually. Let's just plan that out so I don't forget. We also want to get a stone cutter here to start chipping away at all this clay. Yeah, we're not going to solve this in time, but we can start working it. But what's one extra bit of hostility, eh? Actually, once we get one extra point of impatience, we could probably welcome the newcomers. Oh, or... Did we get that 60 seconds, like, already? Man, look how slow these guys are moving when they're double affected like that. Well, it's all right. It will end soon, and I don't think we're gonna lose lizards in time. At which point we could probably welcome the newcomers, since it already pushed us over into the next echelon here. Oh yeah, let's, while we're thinking about it, let's crack into the next glade and see what there is to see. Frequent caravans or Queen's Gift. Every time you complete an order, small... Oh, I like this one. This can combo into so many other ones. I'll take it. We need to see what's in the glade before we open up our next orders, so that goes without saying. And yes, let's do our trading before our stuff gets nerfed. Repurpose clay. Gain 2 bricks for every 10 pottery. I mean, once we get a means of producing pottery, that can be pretty good. Salvaging tools. See, this is what I'm talking about with the comboing with the orders. Every time you open or send a glade, get 30 wood and 10 copper, which is really good. A smithy? No. Woodworking tools, we don't, I mean, yes, we have the lizards, they have brawling, and it's good, but it's not that good. Unfortunately, I don't have the cash for these salvaging tools. Otherwise, I would spring for them. This dye is talking to me because now we can use it to make paste. That's fine. Yeah, we can have you do paste for us. Oh, and we got lots of trade goods here. 3 and 3, no thank you. Copper ore, however, absolutely. That'll level them up. Again, sea marrow and not at that price. Part of me does want to, well, we don't have bricks to buy ore cloth from you. You just didn't bring them this time. We could try to buy some oil, and actually I do want to crack into the glade before we let him go, because I want to see what our event is before we try and go solving it. And yeah, we have a little bit of time before this triggers and we get this nastiness. Alright. Hey, it's our old friend, the Altar of Decay. I don't think we're going to necessarily be maximizing our death and despair here. So tearing it down, probably the correct answer here. I would prefer not to sacrifice a villager, and yeah, we have some resin but not enough to solve it. So I do want to buy 15 oil from you. Actually, you know what? Give me as much oil as you can hold. That works. Man, this is going to be sending our hostility through the roof even in peace times, this is going to make people a little bit iffy. All right, what else do we have here, though? Large snake nest. So that would be Trapper's Camp. We have salt vein. And here, so that's a good one to tap into. Yeah, we'll go salt miner. Man, all these things, we just need something to make jerky. But we know we are going to be getting eggs here. Jeez, are you kidding me? All right, well, I mean, might as well. And then harpy houses, sure. There are majority population anyway. What do we have here? Okay, not bad. Trapper's Camp it is. And oh yeah, what do we have here? Clearance geyser. Probably the least useful one to us in this particular circumstance. Let's get our initial upgrade with wood going here. And that way we can get our... I'm more interested in the coal than the copper, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. Now we just need to find something for jerky. Yeah, with the solve time on this, we need to actually make sure we're working on this on time so it doesn't spill into... Yeah, lizard resolve is low. Okay, they got that, but they're still... resolve is still low. We can throw them into... hang on. Yeah, we don't want to interrupt them, but we can throw a lizard in here. We can turn on comfort engine, although no, we just want to throw one more lizard into here. You guys are done in 3 minutes 8. I mean, suppose let's swap in a harpy so that we can throw a lizard in here so you get the comfort without needing comfort engine, because that's just what you're naturally comfortable about. Yeah, we can use that and get more. So it'll take this a little bit longer to solve while we wait for the harpy to get in. Yep, we got our penalty. But that's okay. We may want to, yeah, pull our traders back, our woodcutters away for a minute here. You had to go take a break? Jeez. Oh, you're about to get paste, so we can feed you with some paste. And you will be happy about that. Humans are doing fine. Oh yeah, let's get people back in here. Yeah, I don't like the price on that. Harpies, go on break, please. Eat something. Eat your paste. You like paste. Please eat your paste so that I can unfavor you. I will pick that up in a hot minute. Yeah, this is just going to keep... And actually it looks like it's going to keep stinging us until we solve it. What's our fuel situation looking like? Alright, we've got enough coal. I'm going to sacrifice some sea marrow. That will temporarily speed up glade events. Granted, it's not going to last very long, but it will make them go a little bit faster so that we can get out of here faster. I think we're going to lose a lizard. Hopefully not one of the ones working on this event. Oh, fish! Our pond is paying off. Yeah, they finally depleted all the charges, and now they're reaping and reeling in the spoils. So that's nice. But yeah, we're gonna lose a lizard here. Oh, are you kidding me? It made the lizard that was going to be here leave? For Pete's sake. Please finish this event. Granted, I realized by not solving this sooner we missed out on some pottery here, which we could have used to shore up our lizards. We can get that down at the very least. And are we... Yeah, we do need to do a little tree trimming here. Granted, I'm gonna wait for at least this event to go to be solved. Phew! Okay, now we can go back to our regularly scheduled programming. So we've got 2 minutes 43. All right, this is going to spill a little bit into storm. Fishing hut is idle. Oh yeah, because it's done. Let's get some houses down, or a house down. A human house, sure. We will get a human house down. We will also get down here. Let's get a small warehouse. We'll get one of you in there, just working on the clay. The others can work on these. And actually, the stone that we're we're picking up from here can be flipped immediately into here. Once we're done building the workshop there. Okay, so checking our current status, we've got two cysts. Now you can see 2 cysts puts us at 53%, not in a danger zone. But if we doubled that, we'd be over 100%, and that would mean deaths, and obviously that's bad. In order to absorb the effects of 4 cysts without needing to deal with blight, you need a level 2 hearth plus a level 1 hearth. Because the more hearths that you build, the more resistance and resilience your overall hearth structure have to corruption. Or we could just, hold our cyst production to 3. That's not connected to pipes, which is fine. You're not connected to pipes. You really should be connected to pipes. I think the beanery is the only one connected to pipes. We're at 13 of 16 here, so if we just put it at 15 of 16 and then turn the tanks off, we're good. But being that we only have one guy here, and we're capped out at 71. In fact, get out of there. You're fine. I do want to turn on the rain engines, especially for something like the rain mill. But then I'm worried that will generate a little bit too much spice, as it were. How are we on? All right, yeah, we're full up on paste. Flour. Well, flour is just going to get turned into more trade goods here. We got 18 trade goods. So quite a bit of trade goods available to us. Also, one other thing to note: see that our penalty to trade goods modifier that we had for letting this lapse is now gone because we finally solved it. So it's not a permanent penalty. There are a few events out there that do give you permanent penalties. They will tend to warn you about that. But that is not one of them. We did obviously have to eat and continue to keep the one impatience that caused. But otherwise we're good. Oh yes, our fish. So we have 118 fish from our pond. I'd be inclined to sell them. We've got 6 packs. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, we have lots of these. Not a good price, not a good enough price for me to consider. But yeah, packs of trade goods. Heck yeah. Sell you for 15. And if we can get more packs built in time for the before the storm comes, then I will absolutely liquidate those. So let's get our lizard in here. We'll turn off packs of crops for now. We don't need them anymore unless we find another fish pond. And then let's see here. We do have our press. I don't think we are in need of building it right now because the only reason we need it right now is oil. And yes, there are continuous supplies of things going in there for oil, but no, we don't need it right away. Now, my other question, all right. I mean, it's only, we haven't called the trader yet, so we could call someone right now. Do we want to, though? I'm not sure if we need to. I think we're in decent shape. I mean, I would like to buy jerky if we could. That would solve 2 of these. I mean, yes, we do need to get into harpy houses, but I'm going to want better cloth production. Actually, you know what? Let's get people cooking on this one because we want the pies to make the lizards happy to help them weather the storm here. Because we are going to be eating a little bit of unhappiness here. Yeah, we'll have one of you. We'll have you solo this. Yeah, I want you to clear out these trees and then, I mean, keep on wood cutting. But this will allow us to eventually, maybe not right away. Oh yeah, that's what I was waiting for, the warehouse to get built. But hey, having the geyser going is not a bad thing. All the more reason to pipe up that rainwater. And also now we can absolutely have this only feasting on clearance water, since now we have a guaranteed supply of it. But again, we don't need anybody in there just now. I think what are you building? Yeah, human house. So we will have everybody in houses by the time the storm hits, which is a good thing. Yeah, I'm not worried about the humans going home. Yeah, it's going to spill over for like 30 seconds, which honestly, I don't think that's going to be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it's gonna activate some mysteries and send some people. Well, it's going to start tanking result, but I don't think we're actually going to lose people to this thing. Oh, I just realized there's veggies over here. Small veggies too, so we could theoretically get at those. Probably want to cut down these trees just to open this area up a little bit. And also make it easier for people to get to the hearth. Actually, now that I'm doing that, let's do exactly that. Just focus on trimming that little area down. And here we get a nice bundle of cloth and more stone. Bundle of cloth we can use to get harpy houses online. Alright, yeah, alright, both of you get out because we want to drop you to 3. Oof, 2 of them are low. I mean, we knew the lizards were going to be low, but... You guys can get out of there. What's our pipe production looking like? Or not production, but just pipe inventory. Only 2 pipes. Alright, we need more pipes. We can make more pipes because we have the crystallized dew. Let's go up to 8. I mean, again, this is going to drop once this is done, and this is going to be done before people start actually leaving, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, we don't even need to panic for the pies. And I'm also not too worried about the cysts. In fact, since we're going to get a big bloom of cysts next year just because of the prestige penalty, so we might as well go for aggressively piping stuff. Oh, right, I forgot to sell my stuff. Darn it. Oh well. This is a good price for flour, and we've got enough of it. We could go up to 85 flour, and I'm okay going up to 85 flour. And getting that sold, because that's going to be a big boku bucks there. And if we can get our get some pipes going in there and get you piped at 85 flour, because that's clearance water and we've got a clearance geyser, so it works out. Yeah, please deliver those. The human will deliver them when they're done. All right, now I think, yeah, we can connect pipes and get this cooking. Yeah, we'll, I'm holding out for a ×10 on this one. Are there any other sales that we really want to do? I mean, stone at 10 is absolutely doable. Stone at 20 is absolutely doable. I don't think we have the, yeah, we don't have the stone for stone at that. But this, once it is, oh no, we got the stone from there. Oh, you're all set. Let's get you on there. I don't think, yeah, this doesn't give us stone, unfortunately. We can put woodcutters back in. Well, 2 of them, that's fine. Let's get another mine in. I know we're not fully staffed in the first mine. That's okay. More people, yeah, we can invite in more people. 3 people with some extra fuel. Come on in. Didn't even bump us up. All right. Lizards get some pie. That way they're not gnawing on the porridge and the paste, at least for a while anyway, and they get a little bit of resolve. I might want to hold on to my stone, both for the bricks and also mostly, well, no, not for the bricks. In fact, let's make sure we're not using stone for bricks. Because we have so much excess clay available. I do want to make sure we at some point get ourselves, you know what, go for 15 for me. Oh, are we out of, oh yeah, we can get packs of provisions off of fish. That is perfectly peachy by me. In fact, I would prefer that you didn't use meat. 4 packs of provisions. Ah, our first Thunderblight shard. We have done enough digging with the mines that we can earn our first shard and get our first custom cornerstone. Okay, let's see what we've got. So every 120 seconds spent sacrificing goods in the ancient hearth. This one can go absolutely nutty, and we have the potential to keep that uptime running constantly once we get the press built and just do oil sacrifice all the time. What do we get? We get tools. Gatherers move faster. Gain barrels or gain amber. I mean, gaining a metric F-ton of tools. I mean, yes, gatherers zipping around like crazy is going to be kind of funny, but that's only gatherers. It's a little bit too specific for my taste. Tools we can use to solve glade events, get our rep with crates, or just sell. They are a decent sell. Because 8 tools... What does 8 tools get us in terms of... I think 8 tools is worth more than 4 amber at the end of the day. Now, if we give ourselves a penalty, that becomes even better. Perks and blueprints are more expensive. Newcomers bring 50% fewer goods or discover dangerous glades. Ooh, ew, no, absolutely not. Newcomers bringing in fewer goods is fine because they rarely bring in like super life-changing amounts. Yeah, every 120 seconds spent sacrificing goods is going to be the play here, and we're just going to just get tools. Now we need to build the press, because now it is imperative that we produce the oil to sacrifice it specifically. And we've got 2 mines, so we are probably going to be getting the second, possibly third Thunderblight shards earned not too, in not too much time. We can get a human in there. Let's, oh yeah, we're not quite there yet with the pipes, but I do want to pipe up our lumber mill since we use that so much as well. Also, yeah, we need more housing. Harpy houses, obviously. We need harpy houses. And yeah, let's harpy house up this thing so we can get it to a higher level. We would rather them be down here, so they're not occupying, well, though that's a place as well, so yeah. What's a good place? I mean, we can put one here. 4 harpy houses plus a park will get us to a level 1. How are we? Oh yes, we can sell all of that flour. Not really excited about selling that. 30 leather, I don't like that price. We can do more functionally with that leather or just hold out for a better price. I mean, I guess we could sell these and then 2 things of leather to get you Ruthville up a level, but again, I'd rather hold on to the stone because that can open caches and solve events potentially. Okay, this is definitely going to be a, all right, what do we have 131 grain. I think I know what we're going to be using. I know we use a lot for flour, but yeah. As soon as we get our first thing of oil going, then I will start the sacrificing and never turn it off. Alright, let's make sure that those pipes get delivered. We're going to get a good amount of amber coming in, which is nice. And yeah, we've cleared out this little area here. I'm going to draw another pathway here. Also, we can't forget about our... Also, I do want to crack into another glade. We'll wait for our orders to see if which ones we go to. But I am thinking about this dangerous one. But we could also burrow into this one over here. This one's actually not too bad. But I'm just going to let them nibble at the stuff over here before we commit. Let's throw somebody in here. Let me find a lizard. We're down to 3 lizards. 1 lizard in here. Because what I wanted to do is build our trapper's camp up here. Alright, let's check our goals here. Rebuild or salvage ruins. Yeah, there's no guarantees that we're getting ruins. We don't need a carpenter. No. Lost knowledge. We solve this immediately. Booming economy. Well, we don't need tools because we're going to have that coming out the wazoo. Dangerous and forbidden glades within 180 seconds. We've done that before. I mean, 3 extra people, probably still good, even though the tools are going to be a little bit not what we need. Pipes and pipes, because I don't really want to crack open 2 glades. I would rather just crack open one and deal with it. So we're taking booming economy because we're about to have a couple of big trade routes come in, and those will count towards it. Ooh, and these are doing their thing. The fish. Yeah, not the insects, but the fish for 3, or the flour for 40. Yeah, we can do that. All right, let's get some people in here. Let's get you. I will just wait for our. Oh yeah. You get that, so we get lots of that. Oh yeah, probably get somebody in here just to get the this water going. Oh yeah, I forgot about, we took the cornerstone that gives us these little things, which we can send, once we start getting tool spam, we can just send these for extra rep. Unless we really, really want the goods inside. Here, I'll wait for the tools. But yeah, these will give us more coal to make sure our fuel is stable, because we are going to need to start burning some coal and or oil for blight rot, or purging fires. Okay, I think, yeah, we have oil, so let's start sacrificing. Don't stop it after the storm, please. Just keep it going. And yeah, every 2 minutes, we get rewarded with tools from our custom cornerstone. Yeah, you're working on them. All right, that's fine. Still don't have pipes. That's okay. Oh, yeah. Let's... Lizards. Trapper's camp, please. I know I just interrupted you, but that's okay. Also, I just realized, yeah, we need to start burrowing. Or do we? I don't actually think we need to start burrowing. I think we've got more than enough things to occupy our population, so we don't need to burrow. What I am going to do is put you here, have you clear this away so we can actually get stuff in here. So I don't think we have anything queued up to be built yet. Yeah, I know high corruption. Well, let's get our blight post built. And we know, again, we learned our lesson last time. We're going to get the blight post down here, and we're going to also throw down a hydrant, because this area is also going to have stuff popping up. Let's get you here. Yeah, we're using tons of clearance water now, which is fine. Like that's we can go we can throw caution to the wind when it comes to this here. Yeah, we haven't picked up any containers yet. We don't need to make more crystallized dew, so you're fine. Actually, you know what? We are more than fine. So let's just get you out there building. What are we lacking? Bricks. Got plenty of parts. We got plenty of planks, which actually, let's get... Zorg, my buddy. You have planks. I mean, we don't need to buy planks, but... Ooh, a bakery. Ooh, a bakery. You make pottery for us, and that gives us containers. Yes, and also biscuits and pie. Bakery. For a discount, I'll take it. And yeah, 47 packs of trade goods. We can make use of that. Also, yeah, unfortunately, the need for jerky fulfilled is not, it's not quite enough to get us over the line, but we can get started on that. I will buy the 30 planks just for tempo. Or will I? Probably shouldn't. Well, we'll see how much extra value we've got here. Yeah, we've got tons of extra value. We're buying the tempo play. We could also buy, like we're going to make pickled goods with all of our clay. I will buy some skewers, but I won't turn them on right away. We don't need to buy tools. We don't need to buy any of these other raw materials, really. We're about to get like 11 billion eggs. Let's just kick all of those in and then see how many of these we can get. We don't need eggs. We have a ton of roots. We just need the better camp for it. Let's get the mushrooms. I could also, if I really wanted to, get some more cash up for the +2 to pottery production, but that might be a little excessive. Alright, let's get you boosted. Yeah, we're gonna keep that off. I will enable the jerky for everybody. And we should be getting booming economy soon off of that. All right, let me think. Yeah, I think we're good so far. You know what? You two get out of there for a moment and come on in here. This lizard can go right here. Yeah, we just need bricks. Which unfortunately you are not selling. Alright, get that cooking. Yeah, because these two are going to take a while to pay off. This one will be done in 2 minutes, 2:33, which will finish off our quest. Alright, this is getting the harpies up so that we can get a little resolve maxing there. There we go. Get a road going in there. We're about to get enough salt for that. That's the other reason I put the extra people up here. And we got our first thing of tools, so well, we need somebody to actually work this one. Do we really need three humans here? Probably not. So one of you is going to go here. Oh, I just realized we were using up the salt. Hang on. I'm just going to temporarily disable the salt from here. Just so we're not continuously redraining the same thing. What do these give us? Yeah, give us leather and meat. So a good... Okay, +1 salt production. That's what we were looking for. And we got another small cache. You can get back out of there. You can go back to having salt. Part of your thing. All right, our stuff is all good here. Oh, right, our bakery. I forgot about our bakery. Let's build our bakery. The Makery Bakery. Because we have so much flour, we can make pies and biscuits and jars for a pickle. So yeah, the bakery solves like a lot of different problems for us all at the same time. What's up? Flour. No, thank you. We'll just wait for our next deposit of tools and just crack that one open. All right, let's get a harpy in here slowly cooking. Don't do that. Everything else is fair game, honestly. Bring it up. Will give us oh yeah, we could also... Yeah, we need packs of building goods. We'll be fine without them. Let's do 15. If we were desperate to save supplies, I'd say... Yeah, 428. Actually, let's let you be at a 20 there. Oh yeah, let's see our new thing. Druid's Hut. Well, we already got the oil. Monastery is religion and leisure. Religion and leisure. Well, I mean that serves the humans just single-handedly. But actually, I don't think we can. Yeah, none of our races share services. All right, the Druid's Hut is a no-go because we've already got the thing. Yeah, there's tea. I mean, okay, yeah, there's tea and coats. Which makes the press really the one that is unneeded, but we already built the press. So I'll take the Druid's Hut just for the potential for tea, because harpies are our majority population. If we get something like a bathhouse, I'd be willing to build it, because, you know, most of our population would enjoy it, and being able to make tea and coats to pack that is worth it. So yeah, like I said, not gonna build it right away. I do want to get more harpy houses down for this quest, even though we still don't have jerky production. Part of me wants to... Who's coming up next? You could have jerky. How's our pack of trade goods looking? Oh yeah, we get you piped. We don't need to pipe you. We do want to pipe the what's it? The bakery once it comes online. All right, we got that. We're doing just fine on oil. We can pull one of you off here to work on this. Because we do not need more flour. We're doing just fine on flour. And there's our booming economy. 3 more people. Plus 12 tools, which, again, we don't really need. Well, though we can put to immediate use. No, we get plenty of those. This is so broken. I love it. Jerky? No jerky. Yeah, again, tavern kind of sucks. I'm gonna hold on to this blueprint choice and probably after the next storm crack into a glade to see if we get fishing hut. Also, I might do the whole like, oh no, we already did a different one. So yeah. In that case, let's throw down some harpy houses. 1, 2, 3. That will allow this to get up to level 2 with a garden and another park. And we still got plenty of this to burn, so we're golden. Let's get somebody into here. I know it's not a lizard, but that's fine. Just so that we don't run short. We have used all of our crystallized dew, so we can turn off stone again. Yeah, I'm fine with all of that. So we'll turn on crystallized dew. We'll put a cap of you on, like, say 10. And we'll, you know what, we'll turn on pickled goods. Just to get the supplies in there, and then once we get the containers going, we'll be golden. How close are we to our next shard? Oh, and that's our experimental one. Royal mining operation. Yeah, so we need to deplete oh no, that's just royal mining carts. Where's our cornerstone forge? Progress. 70 of 80. All right, you know what? We keep them in here until we get our next cornerstone, which is coming up shortly. Do we need to sell anything? We can sell tools. Yes, I am more than happy to sell tools. All right, we got a point of rep with just pure reputation, which is nice. Okay, we want all three of these. Although these are lacking in materials. I mean, we'll enable them. And this one's good for salt. We'll call it 50. We'll call it 50. We'll call it 50. We will pipe you up and set you loose. Yeah, a big fish pond would go really well, but obviously we need to crack open a new glade for that. There's our Thunderblight shard. Let's see what's up next. For every 5 lizard... No, that sucks. For every 100 points of expected corruption, now we're talking. But what else we got here? Every 3 firekeepers, we'd have to get a third one. For every 25 amber in the main warehouse. Okay. What do we get? Game, stop it. Workers have a higher chance of producing double building materials. Too specific. Event loot, Carry capacity is a nice one. I just find it very amusing that these are... Unfortunately, we can't like re-roll the... double building materials could be a nice one since we don't have... efficient production for bricks or cloth. This can help us out. I do like the expected corruption just because we're using a lot of stuff here. What's the penalties available? No. Ooh, that could get real bad really quickly. Now that's just dying villagers. Yeah, I don't like that one. All right, I'll gamble. Now we can pull some people out of the mine. Not all of them. Nice crit, thank you. Just so that we can get these all built up. That way we're less likely to... Oh, actually, yeah, we need to make sure that this is nice and... let's make sure our blight post is well stocked. It is not well stocked. Oh, no. All right, hang on. The blight post is not well stocked. We do not want to suffer deaths, because then that means fish totems, because of that stupid thing that I just took. So get to making it, ladies, please. We could speed up their production with more oil sacrifice. We can handle level 2 oil sacrifice. That's a 50% increase. Missing 2 people. I think because we've built too many harpy huts. Let's get the human hut over here. There you go. And you're still level 2 because you have the barren. Yeah, we have exactly enough people to have 2 level 2 hearths, which is perfect because that maximizes our resistance. Now we just need to make sure that... do us a favor. Packs of building materials, please. Oh, yeah. Let's put you at a 4 here. Do us a real big favor. Oh yeah, from the event here. These things are finishing up. Still, I want to wait for our next thing to crack open our... Pause. Oh, more people. We could use more lizards. I'll take more lizards. And that drops us down a level, which is fine. Alright, where do we want everybody? We do want a couple people in here to recharge our stormwater. Man, do I build another blight post just to help us fight? I might, just to avoid the grim fate of the fish totems. Because we can always demolish and get all the materials back. Yeah, get on that right away, please. Because we do not need triple-barreled fish totems spawning on me. Yeah, they're all getting hit with their slow debuff. I should have given them boots. I'm glad I did my I'm glad we built this extra one, honestly. We might have been a little bit roasty toasty without it. Yeah, because these things just went nuts. We are going to lose some people. Straight up. And they're going to spawn fish totems, and that's going to spike our... Yep. Oh god. Why did I take that drawback? And we don't even have foxes here. And this, because this dropped at a level, because we ran out of population. Okay, you're back to normal. Let the lizards eat their skewers. I can't believe I even called it. I mean, we are burning our stuff. I don't think we're going to get double corrupted here. But that was painful. And the craftsman, that's fine. We only need one person here anyway. All right, we're back. We're out of the danger zone. Whew. I'm gonna keep the other one around so they can keep burning and such, but yeah. That was a little spicy. Just a little spicy. I'm gonna mark the trees, but I'm not... Well, we'll see if we can get 24... No, that will push us over. So we have to wait for storm to end, which is, again, that's fine. I accept my fate. Probably get 2 people in here, 2 humans. Oh, yeah, we also... How many of these do we have? 92. We can stop with those. That is an absurd amount. How are you doing, my friend? Yeah, we actually do need all of our humans in that rain mill. Yeah, give us all the rain mill goodness. Okay, I think we're closer to being in the clear. Let's get you in there. Our food is dropping rather sharply. Oh, because you're making pickles. That's nice. Cap it at 50, please. And let's get more of you. Anything we want to trade? Like, oh, I don't know. How about tools? Not trading our things, but more tools. We'll sell what we got there and then just make more packs. We're about to get a 3rd blueprint here. Okay, we're starting to solve the fish totem stuff, so you guys can start cracking in here. Stormwalker tax will be gain 15 every time. No, we'll take survivor bonding. That's fine. Ruins or the power of clearance. Yeah, the power of clearance is fine. because we make and use clearance water like crazy. Yeah, you're making us oil. How are we doing on oil? Oil's starting to get burned a little bit faster. We could tone it back down. Oh, it stopped burning it. We must have ran out at some point. Probably when we were stocking up all of our light posts here. Yeah, you guys, we can just go back to having you working on this. Oh yeah, we got these now. Need less 5 seconds. No, it was the we need spark casters to move them, make them move faster. Well, actually no. Shorter burn time. But this is the one that we want. The 50% chance higher of producing. That's more like it. And then, yeah, let's crack into this glade, see what we got. See if we have a fish pond. Because we're at 129%. But yeah, we finished up all those fish totems, so we're good. I will build that last harpy house once we get in, you know, a supply of jerky again. No fish. Oh wait, no, yeah, large thunderfish pond. Wonderful. And then what do you got? Oh, we can tame them for tools. Beautiful. -5 resolve is nothing. Yeah, tools. 12 tools is absolutely nothing to us. We will take that fish pond, or fishing hut. Brick oven. We already have biscuit producer. Brickyard, little too late, my friend. I mean, brick oven can make us some incense. But we already have a pottery producer. I mean, I might just re-roll. There's our jerky. Apothecary gives us jerky. Done. Done. We have the meats. Or rather, we'll have the meats eventually. Let's get a small warehouse cooking in here because we're going to want to actually want that closer to the pond, ideally, especially for a large pond. We want to, yeah, clear this out so that we can wrap a road around it. And yeah, I mean, there's goodies in here, but I'd rather just send this to the Citadel. But I'm going to wait for my warehouse to be done to make it easier for them to transport all the tools. Yeah, let's make sure this one is also clipped so that we can place an effective fishing hut. We can baits back on the menu. So we can do pack of crops. And yeah, we can use some of you for bait. Don't need more building materials. We're good on that front. I mean, we could add and upgrade some people's houses with the random ones there. Oh yeah, we got another one of these. Provisioner does give us barrels, which we don't really need more containers. We've got perfectly good container production. Copper bars and bricks actually kind of help us out. Obviously not for the flour. We'll take the stamping mill. And we'll actually build the stamping mill. so that we can have a more efficient brick production. We can turn off bricks now. And now we can turn all of this copper ore that we're pulling in into proper copper bars. Oh yeah, jerky. Oh, let's get And dye, technically speaking, could be useful. Oh. We kind of do need the meats. And we only have the eggs. I mean, this comes with a little bit of meats, but not a lot. That does not have the meats. Neither does that. These kind of have a little bit of the meats, but we might want to trade for the meats. Oh, you're here in 19 seconds. We'll try to trade for the meats. Or the insects. Oh, actually, we're going to be getting insects from this thing 5 a minute once we tame it. So, yeah. Let's get our fish hut. Roly-poly fish hut. Now I'm going to do a little something here. I'm going to actually lay down some reinforced road, and there's a method to my madness here. Normally, I do not advocate to laying down your premium roads, but when it comes to fishing, let me show you. And actually, I'm going to be doing a deep dive video, a strategy and well, I wouldn't call it a quick tip by the looks of the script, that how big the script is turning out so far, but it is still nonetheless a strategy and tactics with a capital S, all on the mechanics of fishing. So actually, I'm kind of glad I'm recording this, because this is going to be probably also turn into some good B-roll footage for a particular segment as to why I'm laying down reinforced roads here, contrary to popular. All right. She does not have the meats or the bugs. Sadness. What do you have here? We're not doing that. We're not. We get delivered, but I don't think it counts for that. For every 10 units of fish and scales used in crafting makes bait more efficient. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be any good for us. All right. What do we actually need? I'll never pass up some algae. Veggies can be good. Roots can be good. Mushrooms can be good. We've got plenty of eggs. We've got tons of containers. I wouldn't mind some stone. And yeah, we can buy. See, this is why P10 is not the end of the world when it comes to working their comfort mechanic. Fish scraps, why not? We're going to be using them. I don't actually think that that's a terribly impactful item, but whatever. Alright, paste is there. As long as we have at least one worker in here, we're golden. Oh yeah, you two don't actually have anything to do. And I don't want to start making a ton of tea, because we don't have luxury goods production, so you know what, you two get out of there for a hot minute. Why don't you go back to the mines? Actually, you're going to go to the fishing hut pretty soon, once that gets built. That is a slightly unnerving animation for that minecart. Very so slightly. Alright, copper bars and scales. Those can get torn up there. Alright, yeah, we do want to continuously get more of this stuff. We can set you guys up for bricks. Actually, we don't even need that stone that aggressively. We just want one in here. 20 bricks, 20 bars. We can turn off crystallized dew. Might as well move those to the warehouse. How you guys doing? 4.5 minutes. And the trapper's camp has gone belly up, unfortunately. So no more eggs. I will keep it. I don't think we have any. Yeah, we didn't get any meat. We can do a harvester's camp here to get at these. So we might as well build. We could also probably get ourselves a hearth in here. Okay, let's. Bait is not optional. Oh yeah, we probably need a worker to be making some of these. Yeah, you guys are doing good work here. I do want to keep one person in here. Oh, yeah, we can go back to you, and you know what? We can use some pottery, too, while we're at it. Just to mix things up a little bit. We don't need you babysitting pipes and fabric. We can get you on demand. Stonecutter's camp is empty, so we get you here. We can... Yeah. You know, I'm going to tear this down because, I mean, we have the blueprint for it. Part of me wants to call another trader. Although you're not going to have meat for me. So never mind. Not worth it. We'll wait for the insect generations on here. Yeah, we're at 259, 280. Let's just make sure we have enough fuel. Yeah, oh yeah, we'll be fine. Having one harpy dink away at it all year is perfectly peachy. So, just as a little preview to some of the strategies that I'm going to be showing off here, when a worker goes to the pond, they will go around it and pick a random area for them to enter it. It's not always the closest area. So where possible, try to surround your ponds. It's not strictly required. They'll walk slowly over or through the trees if they need to. But if you have a chance to, then go ahead. And then you also want the entrance to your fishing hut to be right by here. What are we missing on this? Got plenty of bricks, plenty of that. We have only 2 wildfire essences. Therein lies the problem. Because we used one for the automaton. Well, I'll keep this as a thing. We want to turn off plant fiber for a hot minute because I'd rather them get the leather. More people, more welcome. Same numbers, so we'll take the... Actually, same numbers of harpies, too. I'll take the materials. We have enough housing for everybody, so that works. Let's let you guys start cracking away at these. I know I've done it in the last two settlements. I don't normally go for like tool blitzes, but I mean with a cornerstone that gives us this many free tools, how could you not? You guys are going to be done by the storm. We started it early enough, thankfully. And you guys, so here's the thing with the pawns. We get no benefit until all of these charges are done. So you want to blitz this. You could also use a second fishing hut if you really wanted to. I'm not that desperate for them. And also, I don't think we have quite enough spare population, in my opinion, because we're going to be loading up the Blight Fighters shortly. Oh yeah, speaking of... let the humans nibble on the biscuits. Well, actually, no. I'm going to save that for the final resolve push next year. Same goes with the pickled goods. We are going to let them eat the jerky once we start making it, but we got to get this thing online to get the raw materials for it. It's too bad fish jerky isn't a thing. Let me build my druid's hut so we can make some coats. And actually, with those coats, we do need some dye. Not coal. Scales are fine, and copper ore. We'll make the dye out of the scales. So we'll go for like a 30 cap here. All right, you're all settled. You're all settled. Yeah, we just need to make sure we have all 3 Blight Fighters going so that we don't have any deaths. All right, let's get the coats going. And yeah, off of leather plus... Oh, we have resin. We can start... We can accept either one. Go for coats. Yeah, that's fine. We should be fine. Well, probably a second harpy would be ideal. I mean, we're gonna have to pull people out of places to do blight fighting in just a hot minute. Scrolls, depending on what we get for our service buildings, could be a thing. Also, do any of our things give us wildfire essences? This one's going to give us a bunch of insects, so this will kickstart even more. This, unfortunately, this one has passed because I was looking at those eggs hoping to get the bonus for them, but yeah, we already harvested all the eggs. All right, we're good. And actually, this gives us 4 decorative. So we can build a service building here, get this one up to level 3. All right, let's get people ready in the Blight Post quickly. You're fine there. I want to grab somebody who's nearby so they are ready to rock and roll. You are going to be ready to rock and roll. All right, get your corruption ready. All right, there we go. Drop them down. Oh yeah, let's actually get some people in here so we can actually get some stormwater. Yeah, with those upgrades going, this should go a lot faster. I do want to make sure, yeah, coats are enabled. We just don't have any coats yet. Okay, good. We've got somebody here burninating. It's this slow, like this double slow mystery that's really killing us. I don't know. Do we have enough coal? No, we don't. I was about to say, sacrifice that to get that down. We do not. Yeah, because it is kind of spread out. We might lose 3 more people and have 3 more freaking fish totems to deal with. Global event completed. Come on, come on. Burninate. We're almost there. All right, I think we're gonna be good. Phew. I forget. Are these small? These are small. Might as well. Yeah, both of these are done now. Yeah, and as soon as the storm ends, I will enable all foods, all everything, for everybody in an effort to be able to sort of resolve push us the rest of the way. Also, I might crack open another dangerous glade. Is this one? This one's actually in decent proximity to this one. I won't put people back on here until we're ready. But, I mean, we have so many tools, if we get more caches, we can just crack them open and blitz our way to the finish. Yeah, bricks are fine. Still not going to do the Forsaken Altar, especially since that would just spawn more fish totems if I did that. Alright, we need humans in this one. Yeah, we'll get the other human in here. We'll get another harpy in here now that we have enough meat. Actually, no, you're doing just fine, actually. You're doing just fine. Yeah, I'll wait for you to finish up here. All right, you know what? Let's throw open the gates. Everybody can eat everything. If we have something, we've got some education and we can make more of these if we get the right service building. And harpies are a majority, so anything with education would be preferable. Ah, look at this now. So we're done with that, and now it's taking them. They are. I mean, yes, I know they get the slow debuff here, but they are grabbing things and moving it quickly. But again, they're grabbing it from random spots and moving it. So the faster they move on the road, the faster they get the goods shuffled back. Hmm. Ooh. Ooh. I mean... yeah, we could do that. Now we're really looking for an education building. Let's get preemptively producing scrolls. Because we've got the dye, and we've got the leather for it. Let's start preemptively making scrolls. And then you, I mean, I guess you can use dye too. But I don't mind you making resin too. Don't make, like, oh yeah, we have a limit on coats. That's fine. Okay. Education? No education. Nope. But we can re-roll, and we still get all three, I believe. Although, shoot, boots. Boots are also really good. Dang it. Yeah, cobbler. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Because we got tons of leather coming in. Let's get these people on here. We're good on bricks. We'll cut you loose for now. We can put you up to a limit of 50. We can let you use that. Because we're going to get a metric F-ton of scales momentarily from our fish pond here. They're harvesting it as we speak. Yeah, everyone's nice and blue. And not the sad kind of blue. Let's build one more harpy house to conclude our quest here. And our fish pond is done. Yeah, you're fine as is. Ah, here we go. Boots. We'll do 50. And yeah, honestly, just take whatever you want. We'll pipe you up to get that cooking faster. And we want to make sure, yep, boots are enabled. Let's get one more person going here since we're hitting the leather rather hard. Whoa ho ho ho! That's a haunted cellar. Interesting. Well, more eggs, so we can get that. A tinkerer, a brickyard, medium abandoned crate, there you go. And then a kelpie. We can mount. This will charm random villagers, but it's worth it for this. And we've got the salt for it. I'm not going to like the random charms, honestly. But it's 6 minutes to... Might as well. get that going as quickly as possible. Oh, shoot. Harpy house. You guys are doing your... Oh, connect pipes, please. Farloff, what do you got for me? Dye production? Sure. Shovels? Yeah. That's a little bit too little too late for that. I'll take dye production, why not? Yeah, honestly, don't really need anything. This is a pretty well self-sufficient. I'll buy the fabric, because that's the one type of stuff we don't really have a good answer to. All right. Clan Hall, wrong answer. Temple, religion and education, done. And it's the one that gets stronger when you've been sacrificing things, and we've been sacrificing things. Get building, people. You guys get out of here. Help us with the building. Do we have a means to produce incense? I forget if we have one of those amongst our buildings. If not, that's not the end of the world. We really only care about the education. Yeah, just the education, that's fine. Let's get the rest of the accoutrement here. We need a garden. And 2 more barks. And there's enough people living here for it. And this already counts as 4 of 4, the termite mound, for harmony decorations. Y'all are gonna start working this? 'Cause it'd be cool if you did. I mean, this is... Yeah, we don't really need that. We can burn it down, but to what end? Like, I'm not even gonna bother. It's not a timed thing. It's not gonna blow up in my face. That temple is really gonna be where it's at. And then, yeah, that will fulfill that knowledge for education, or need for education fulfilled. You making us... Alright, good. Times 2. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, not really, but... And yeah, now our hostility is way down because of how long... What's our effect here? Yeah, minus 200 hostility because of how long we've been sacrificing our goods. Oh yeah, and we also spawned a mini crate. You guys are good on that. More people, more better. More harpies, more better. Because they're the ones that like the education. We will get a couple more harpy houses. Yeah, need for education fulfilled is cooking. Need for jerky fulfilled is cooking. Yeah, we're going to have a real quick blitz to the last bits here. There's 3 of you helping here? Oh, because the charmed ones. Those are the ones they've charmed. Right. We're just shy of the... Yeah, you're charmed. Jerky, please. Focus on the jerky. Alright, we lost Harvester and Forager. That's fine. We're all kitted out with that. Last blueprint. Weaver. Technically useful, but not really, because we've got our fabric settled. Clan Hall, technically useful, but we don't have any means of producing training gear, and we don't have the things, so I'm gonna just let that sit. You level 3, yeah? Yeah, you're level 3. Yeah, we're just 3 shy of the need for jerky. And then we can just blitz all of these. And we just need some harpies to take breaks so we can get the need for education fulfilled, completed. I think we just need to wait for them to all go on break. I think we have exactly enough harpies to do this knowledge quest. I mean, it's not really worth selling anything at this point. We are just in our victory lap mode. Oh, are you just going to hold there because we have harpies? No, we don't have harpies because they're hypnotized. You haven't gotten your need for education done. So we're not going to get this quest for another 3 minutes, 3 minutes 11. That's obnoxious. At least we got these done. Oh, we got 5 more. And we're done. We are just done. Just straight up done. We don't need that. We don't need no stinking education. But yeah, that's number 14 here. Let's get our supply package. All right, folks, so if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!